just the way everybody figured it would go, right? Rangers playing against a team that's 8-1-1 with a 5-game losing streak the Rangers had against a goalie that allowed 3 goals in his last 3 games, and the Rangers throw up a half a dozen.
Well, it's amazing to me what 3-4-1 looks like compared to 2-5-1.
Right.
Okay? That changes the season. It changes the start of their season. I mean, the comment that David Quinn made after the last game, John, where he said, if we want to make a season of this, we've got to win a hockey game. That makes sense to me, okay? It brings me back to the locker room. It means everything for these players tonight to win this hockey game. It's the biggest win of this young season.
And it certainly showed that the Rangers had some urgency, more urgency to play more consistently with a better work ethic right out of the box. The first 12 minutes, barely any whistles, and then that final 8 minutes of the first period was just dominated by the Rangers, and Artemi Panarin, again, the catalyst.
Yeah, and look, I think that it's one of those things where the coach can come in now and press video tomorrow and say, hey guys, look, now you showed me what you're capable of, because that's what defense looks like, and that's how you generate offense from great defense. I mean, this was the third rushed play by Panarin, and it was supported in his own zone, but that's why the Buffalo Sabres were on their heels in the first 5 minutes of the period, 10 minutes into the period. That goal was something that was built in the own zone. When you watch the Rangers in their own zone, in the D zone here, Hayek starts this play by getting himself behind the goal line, winning a battle. Panarin supports it, and now he pushes the puck smartly here to the wall, not to the middle because there was too much stress there. Buchnevich wins a battle, helps free a puck for Strome, and now Panarin gets to do what he wants to do, which is rush the defenseman here for Buffalo. He has his eye on it, great stick check, and now he's in all alone. He's got his speed, head up, and he's reading off the goaltender. The goalie is down, and he's committed early with a poke check, and Panarin is going to skate around him like a road cone, because that's what it looks like for a great player up against somebody that shows their positioning early. When you see Panarin approaching a player, whether it's a defenseman or a forward, going down to one knee, he will walk around you. If it's a goalie, he's going to walk around you. That's what a world-class player does, and that's a game breaker for the Rangers.
It's interesting because after both the first intermission and second, I interviewed Rangers, Mika Zibanejad, Ryan Strome. They both used the term support for what they thought stood out about what the Rangers did tonight, and I think it was a double meaning because it was the puck support we saw, especially in the defensive zone, but I think the players were supporting each other more on the bench, and Dave Maloney was talking about how much more verbal this team was tonight, and again, those are the little things that you can see when things become so different.
When things start to look predictable for them, not for Buffalo, but for them, it's communication. This game is everything verbally, on the ice, off the ice. If you know where your job assignment is and you know that you've got support behind you because the guys let you know, do you know how many times in a hockey game you can't see what's happening behind you? You need that voice. Goaltender's that voice in the D zone. The defenseman hear it from the forwards. It's reciprocated throughout. That's why the product looked the way it did tonight. We haven't seen that yet.
Well, in the opener, maybe at times, but certainly not since then.
Yep.
So then less than 3 minutes later, Panarin scores for the Rangers to give them the 1-0 lead. So much talk in recent games, 2 goals for the Rangers in each of their last 4. Who was going to provide the secondary scoring? Brett Howden steps up, and he had a terrific
game. Probably his most memorable as a Ranger, right? And look, this is a guy that scored a lot of goals in junior hockey. It's his 2nd goal of the season already. He's off to a great start in this hockey game because he was playing physical and he had support from his teammates. When you see your line mates going into the corner like that, Fost, and you see Lemieux going like that, your job, as soon as that puck is freed up for Brett Howden, it's go to the backside post. Right now, it's Ranger possession. That's when you go to the backside post. Some coaches call it the weak side post, but that's where goals are going to be scored. Look, this guy had 109 goals in junior hockey, okay? He knows where to go. The difference in the NHL from junior, though, is in junior hockey, you can just put your stick on a 45-degree angle and just wait for the puck to come, and those goals are always going to translate to the NHL. But with Howden, what was that? That was timing. He timed it perfectly, right? He read the play out of the corner, and he got himself to the back post. He's going to score a lot of goals like that.
And good hands on that as well because he missed the first opportunity, stuck with it. So that was 2-0 for the Rangers. We talked before the game. So much emphasis tonight. The storyline was that Capo Caca was moved up to the top line right wing. So that meant who was going to play second line, right? It was going to be Panarin and Buchnevich. Who was going to be in the middle? Ryan Strome. And he contributes in the last minute of the period to give the Rangers even more of an advantage. And he, too, was all over the ice tonight where the Rangers scored.
I couldn't agree more. We oftentimes talk about building a game. Well, I think that Ryan Strome has built a career based on being able to add all of these elements to his game that keep him in the lineup. I'm telling you right now, the guy can score. I've seen it with my own eyes, working with him in Bridgeport, but I've seen it at the junior hockey level, watching him as a youngster. He is a primetime player. He can make plays. So it's a matter of getting the confidence back in the NHL to be able to do things like this and score deflection like that. It's being net front. It's being able to get into a position to open up for a one-timer like that. You know, that pass from Howden was terrific, but you still have to open up a certain way to present your one-timer to the passer to know it's an option. I thought he did a great job, but I think it's a credit to him. Keep his career going. There's been some sticky moments at the beginning of the season for him. He was maybe a few games away from not playing, but that's the fight in him, and that's really been his calling card his whole career, John.
3-0 lead for the Rangers in the first. They were able to cruise, make it hold up, and ultimately win it 6-2.